Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chowder report. And so Mary's going to start off with water and weather, and then after, we have some news going on around the world and the hiking outdoor enthusiast community. All right, Mary's going to take it away.
Thank you, Donald. All right, good morning, everybody. Right now it's 72 degrees with some haze here in Blairsville. We're looking at a high of 90 today, and it will be muggy. Partly cloudy early with scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, and there is a 40% chance of rain. Tonight, 69 degrees with a stray shower or thunderstorm possible. Will be mostly cloudy, and then partly cloudy after midnight. Winds are going to be light and variable today and tonight. Up on Blood Mountain today, we're looking at a high of 82 degrees, and it's going to drop to 76 later on this afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms are likely after 1 p.m. 5-mile-per-hour winds with a 60% chance of rain. We do have some sun also. Tonight, 68 degrees with showers and thunderstorms likely before 11 p.m., and then a chance of them between 11 p.m. and 12 a.m., and then just a slight chance between 12 a.m. and 2 a.m. Some storms could produce heavy rain. It'll be cloudy and 5-mile-per-hour winds with a 60% chance of rain. All right, water on the trail is good for the most part. Top off at Hawk Mountain Shelter, you have 6.2 miles as you hike north until you have your next water source, which is Justice Creek. Slaughter Creek still has water as you prepare to climb Blood Mountain, but make sure you top off as much as you possibly can, and that should be just a general rule of thumb anyways, top off while the water is available. Hogpin Gap is dry. And the rider I picked up at Dix Creek yesterday brought down into Hiawassee. We've been assisting him since Springer. He said that the shelters have water. Some of them are, minimal, but there's water. The seasonals are dry, but for the most part, there's good water from Neal Gap to Dix Creek Gap. All right, snakes. Let's remember to be aware of snakes. They're out in the sunshine. They can be stretching themselves across the trail. They can be by logs, stumps, and rocks. Always make sure to check those areas before you sit down or pick anything up off the ground. They camouflage themselves very well. And let's remember the copperhead nest that is on top of Cow Rock. If you're hiking north out of Neal Gap, it is 5 miles north of Neal Gap, so there's a group of boulders there. Stay away from them. Ongoing bear closures and warnings in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Closed campsites right now are 23 and 96. All the shelters are open at this time. Then we have the warnings at Charlie's Bunyan and campsites 21, 86, 15, 64, and 65. Let's remember, no matter where we are hiking or recreating, or whether we live in the mountains or the countryside, no matter what it is, there are bears. So let's make sure we leave no trace. If we packed it in, pack it out. And let's remember to properly clean our areas. Like if you have your home or you're at a rental cabin somewhere, it can be attracted to the smells that you're cooking on the grill, the trash. Make sure we all clean up good and have proper food storage also. All right, we just want to make sure everybody is safe out there, the wildlife and the people. All right, so next I'm going to turn this over to Donald, and he's going to talk about some other stuff that's going on out here and around the world. All right, Donald, I'm going to hand this over to you now, and we got some other stuff going on. Here you go.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, good morning, guys, and let's start the morning off with a British Columbia grizzly bear attack. And so the grizzly bear attack happened Saturday along the Kootenay River near Creston around 4:30 p.m. A couple was e-biking along the river when a woman heard her husband scream and turned to see a grizzly bear charging at her. She deployed bear spray, only to notice a second grizzly mauling her husband, man. They're rolling in packs now, man. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, man. Things are just changing, dude. They're buddying up and just rolling and thugging people out, man. She used bear spray again, and both bears fled the scene. The man suffered injuries described as significant. He underwent surgery. No updated information is available, guys. Scary, huh?
Scary.
I'm so glad they were carrying bear spray because probably both of them would either be dead or injured badly, man.
Definitely.
You ever seen one of those grizzly bear paws, man? They're like
They're
this
huge.
big,
I've
man. The
s-
claws, man, on them are.
I've seen like when they're like tagging and collaring, and somebody
Yeah.
puts their hand and the foot's like this, and their
Yeah,
little bitty hands right here.
yeah, and their claws almost as big as, it's
Yes.
like this whole part of my hand is the claw, dude. So imagine that just like striking across your body, dude.
It's terrifying.
Wow. Complete madness. All right. And so offers swept the area, closed off 3 major trails, and installed warning signage. Traps were also set overnight, but the bears were not captured. They searched the attack site further Sunday morning, but no bears were seen. The trails remain closed as the investigation continues. All right. British Columbia, we have a cougar attack. On Saturday, a man near Lake Kathleen area near Smithers was injured after a cougar approached him and swiped at his upper body while he was working outdoors around 11 a.m. The man told the conservation officers he punched the cougar in the face, causing it to retreat.
Oh, there you go.
He got lucky, man. He sustained minor injuries that did not require hospitalization. He must have got a good one in on that cougar, right, dude? Good old uppercut, man. All right, and so he sustained minor injuries that did not require hospitalization. Conservation officers deployed a live trap in the area and returned Sunday with hounds, but no cougar was located. No further information. That dude's hiding out in a cave, man.
Bet you was surprised getting punched in the face.
Right, dude. Right, that's funny. All right, not funny that he got attacked, but
Right.
I'm glad he didn't suffer many injuries.
That's right.
All right, so next we have rescues here in our state of Georgia. And so let's start like this, man. A hiker suffering from heat exposure was rescued Sunday afternoon from Tallulah Gorge State Park during a 5-hour emergency operation involving multiple agencies. So the Havisham County Emergency Services was dispatched at 1:12 p.m. on July 27th, according to EMS Director Jeff Adams. First responders hiked into the gorge to reach the patient and began treatment on scene. Raven County EMS assisted with patient care and helped rehabilitate rescuers affected by the heat. Georgia DNR used a long-line aerial lift to extract the patient and transport them to a designated landing zone where EMTs were standing by. The incident underscores the growing risk of hiking in extreme heat and comes as state officials implement new safety rules at the popular park. New heat index policy continued. In response to a sharp rise in search and rescue incidents, the Georgia State Parks and Historic Sites Division recently introduced new heat-related restrictions at Tallulah Gorge. When the heat index reaches the National Weather Service's extreme caution category, stair access into the gorge will be restricted, which is definitely a good idea.
Definitely.
Too many people are getting hurt, man. They just don't know any better. They just don't know. They don't understand how quick heat exhaustion or dehydration can set in. And so a lot of people just ignore those dizzy spots in their eyes, head rushes, feeling, kind of fatigued, that dry, scratchy feeling in your throat. And most people, a lot of these people are tourists just coming into these state parks and thinking, oh, I can do it, no big deal. And half of them are dehydrated already or just out of shape. And I mean, they have no business walking down in there, man. It's quite a climb down in.
You know what I think? I think this is my personal opinion only, but just like, anybody coming to hike, a lot of folks that we see that come to hike, they're from all the flatland states.
Yeah.
And I think that when people come here, you have tourists coming from everywhere, but a lot of people have told me over the years, they come here because there's mountains. So I think they're just not used to
No, that's exactly
the up
what's up.
and down and everything, and that adds to the already overheated conditions, and I think they put themselves in danger even more because they're not acclimated to the elevations.
Sure. And it's funny that you say that because people say that you do not have to acclimate to these higher elevations up here, man. But we've had so many people come from flatlands like Florida and stuff that actually have a touch of elevation sickness or altitude sickness when they come here, man. And so it's the symptoms of elevation sickness. And so, I mean, it's not like 14 or 10 or something, but there are some high points along the trail here, man, up to 6,000 plus feet, man. And I don't care. People get sick out here, man, and I think it's because of the altitude, and they're just not used to it. And so I'm talking about like Floridians and people coming from like Indiana and stuff, man.
You're
These
at zero sea level or below.
right.
I mean, if you go from 0 to 4,000 plus, that's a big change.
It is, man. And that added with the being out of shape and stuff, man, it just definitely it's noticeable, man. So, I mean, that's what we've experienced throughout the years. I don't care what anyone else says, man. It's what we've seen, man. So, I'm pretty sure that people are getting sick out here because of the altitude from the flatlands now. And not everyone, but a lot, man. It's a huge percentage, man. You'd be surprised. All right. So park staff have responded to an increasing number of emergencies over the past 2 years, many due to heat, fatigue, and dehydration. In some cases, rescuers have required medical attention themselves. Visitors are encouraged to plan hikes during cooler seasons and take necessary precautions when exploring the park. The park's steep terrain and 1,099-step staircase make it one of Georgia's most physically demanding state parks. A daily permit is required to access the gorge floor.
And that's all I have for today.
Oh, okay.
I think it was super important to touch on that one today.
I do too, man.
It hits so close to home, and it just shows the things that can happen in this extreme heat. Yesterday, when I went out to Dix Creek, as I was almost there, I was probably a mile from Dix Creek, it was 93 degrees.
Yeah, dude,
That's
right?
hot.
It's
And it
super
was
hot.
muggy, and you just feel that pushing down on you. You definitely have to stay hydrated. You are going to dehydrate quicker, and you also got to remember to get those electrolytes in you, because the more you drink, you're going to dilute yourself
And
sweat
don't
it out.
overdo
That's right.
your water intake or electrolyte intake. You can definitely hurt yourself that way too, man.
Right.
So, all right. So I wanted to talk about the Devil's Den double homicide in Arkansas. And so in Little Rock, Arkansas state parks are among its most popular attractions, which is why the Devil Den's double homicide came as such a shock, guys. And so Channel 7 Pinnacle Mountain State Park earlier today to see if this might change people's habits and get to hikers' reactions about the double homicides. Darla Lavender spent the morning with her grandkids hiking around Pinnacle Mountain. As an experienced hiker, she said she's still in shock about this incident. I hope it doesn't have an effect on our tourism in our state parks. I strongly feel they are great places to visit and everyone needs to get out and take advantage of it. She continued on saying she's never heard of it happening before in Arkansas state parks. It's horrible, very, very sad. I just hate how that happened at one of my favorite state parks here. Lavender said putting safety first is crucial. She even bought a motorhome with her friends to safely visit every Arkansas state park. I don't hike alone. I usually carry this little taser with me, and I've done it for years. Dr. Gary Edwards, another hiker, said he's amazed that something so horrific could occur at such a familiar place. It's tragedy that something like this would happen. I've hiked Devil's Den many times. Meanwhile, at Devil's Den State Park, police continue looking for the suspect and the double homicide. So they haven't found this dude or person yet. Not dude, woman, whatever. I don't know who did it. Lavender and Edwards are sending thoughts and prayers to both the victims and their daughters, ages 7 and 9, who were not harmed in the attack. It's substantially tragic occurring for the murder to happen in front of their children, says Edwards. I can't imagine what they're going through after seeing what was done to their parents. It's just awful, and I hope and pray they find this person, said Lavender. April Kaiser, Deputy Chief of Communications at the Arkansas Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism, gave the following statements from Secretary Lewis. We are deeply saddened by the tragic events that occurred at Devil's Den State Park. Our hearts are with the victims' loved ones during this incredibly difficult time. The safety of our visitors and staff is our highest priority, and we are working closely with the Arkansas State Police and various law enforcement officials as the investigation continues. We have increased law enforcement presence in our state parks. Our park rangers are fully commissioned law enforcement officers, and they are actively engaged in ensuring the safety and security of our park guests. We remain committed to supporting the ongoing investigation and to maintaining Arkansas state parks as safe, welcoming places for all. Anyone with information on the Devil's Den double homicide is urged to contact Arkansas State Police at 479-751-6663. They are especially interested in any images or videos that may have captured the suspect.
What a horrible thing.
Man, and so if no one is familiar, if people are not familiar with this, there was a double murder, a woman and a man, parents that were hiking with their daughters in Devil's Den State Park in Arkansas, and they were murdered by someone. I'm not sure who the assailant is, but let's see.
I wonder the motive. I wonder if it was robbery or
somebody
already on the run in desperation. You never know.
Yeah.
They find them and, get justice. What a terrible thing.
Yeah, and it is it's sad to hear this stuff going on out here, man. And I'm not a political dude, but there's a lot of shit going on out here right now. A lot of chaos, man. Lots of like mass shootings. Every day I turn the news on, man, or turn my YouTube on, or go to check out what's going on in the world, man, for hikers, and this shit always pops up in front of me, of course, man. But it's just crazy out here right now. People are angry. They're riled up. They want to fight with each other, and I don't get it, man. I stay away from it. I mean, it's scary to even go out, man.
You see Atlanta? Atlanta continues to have shootings. Another one, I guess, just happened.
Yeah, Edgewater at the bar, where 10 people were shot and then one dead.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is happening every day all over the United States, man, and it's everywhere. And the trails are not. It can happen out here too, and so let's see. I wanted to read some other stuff, but I've lost it, and it's hard to bring back up without skimming through it. So, but yesterday, I want to talk about bears for a second, leave no trace, because it's so important. Jordan, after he got off work at the crossings there, he decided to take a hike up to Blood Mountain, the top of Blood. And on his way up, man, he found a couple packages of tuna, like several packages. I think it was like 3 or 4, maybe 2 or 3 or something. I don't know. Either way, it was still packages of tuna that were left out there. And it looks like the person may have left it saying, oh, well, I'll just leave this here and some hiker might pick it up or something. Mm-hmm. Once again, I want to go back to that's not cool at all. And if Jordan probably was not taking that late in the afternoon hike, he gets off work at 5 there, so he's probably hit that spot around 5:30ish, man. My whole point is that's an example of, if you get on my timeline on my Facebook, you'll actually see it. I posted it in other areas too, but you'll see a video where Jordan talks about the packages of tuna. This is actually, we're having a bear issue out here right now. It's the worst it's ever been. And people just do not understand the leave no trace rules. That's all there is to it. I don't know if they care or they just don't know. I'm not sure what it is. I think that there are people that do know, but they don't care, man, and they just want to do whatever they think is okay. And so, or whatever makes them feel good. No food should be left on trail. It shouldn't be left on a rock in a parking area. It shouldn't be left in a shelter. The only place you should be leaving food is in a hiker box, man. Or, give it straight to the person, the hiker. If they want the food, they can take it. But personally, me, I'm not going to pick anything up and eat it off trail. I'm not going to. If it's left unattended and I can't see the person, and honestly, I don't eat at hiker feeds anyways, man. I'm very picky about where my food comes from. And people, when you go to these little hiker feeds, man, that shit's not getting washed. Everyone's touching it. It's too close to quarters. I believe it's the spread of norovirus every single year, man, because you got to think about it like this. Each person is getting into a lawn chair or whatever chairs they have. They're touching it, and no one is cleaning that shit, man. Everyone's touching that and then touching their food because there's no place to wash your hands unless the place has a hand washing spot, man. And let me tell you, if they have hand sanitizer, it doesn't kill norovirus. Right. You have to literally wash your hands with soap and water. So if people are, they have a hand washing place or they're dumping water out with soap with people, they're dumping it on the ground at that spot too. So they're not only, that's another attraction for bears and other wildlife. So you've made that place a hot spot. And I'm not going to sit here, I've seen it. You know what I mean? This is what I see out here. And so this is what I've seen the last 10 years. And it's getting worse. It's just out of control now, man. The feedings aren't just like, every now and then or sporadic, dude. And, you know what I mean, dude? It's like every single gap and everyone online. What should I bring to a trail feeding or whatever, or trail magic? I don't even call it trail magic anymore. Trail magic is supposed to be something that's a surprise or something special, like a special moment. That's not a special moment, man. I'm sorry, dude. When you get these huge hiker feeds going on, man, that's just a buffet is what that is. And I don't quite understand it, but I understand that people want to help others, man, but there's other ways to help. Because you're helping them and putting 5 negatives over here, man. Do you see what I'm saying? Your one positive is causing 5 negatives. So, or the one positive is causing 5 negatives. It's not yours because I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know anyone
that's right.
So I'm saying that in just one positive, 5 negatives, it's causing huge issues. It needs to stop or slow down or be more organized. It cannot be this way anymore. It's out of control. A lot of people just leave that shit there, man, unattended. And so like the tuna packages, that was definitely left there by a hiker. And they left it there for probably someone else because they were getting off trail. It was probably right around the Byron Reese Trailhead Trail. So they were probably coming down off their hike from Springer Mountain or something, or Woody Gap, or whatever they were doing. They had some extra food, and they probably said, I'm going to leave this here for the next hiker, trying to be nice, but actually those packages would have probably stayed there overnight, and if they stayed there overnight, they would be gone today, guaranteed, because there's about 10 bear out there scouring the area looking for food, scavenging food. And, I don't know how many times, I'm just totally blown away. I don't know if people know that this is going on out here because I don't know if there's enough people actually talking about it. We may be the only ones, you know what I mean, dude? And our voice doesn't carry far enough unless we're talking to our customers and warn them straight out. But otherwise than that, I don't know. We'll just keep talking and hopefully people start paying attention to what's important instead of the FKT or, where's Jimmy today on the trail? Can I go feed him? You know what I mean, dude? How about come out and do some trail work and take care of the trail so Jimmy's can walk, the John Does and the Janes can walk up the trail, man. That's important, dude. That's what we need out here. We need trail maintenance. We need more help out here to keep the trail safe and passable. People to carry the voice and tell others that this is the way that the trail needs to be handled and not or this is the way we need to handle things. Like pass out information to people and tell them to stop leaving unattended food. That's not cool. It's not even a little bit cool. And if I see people doing it, I'm definitely going to say something. And so it definitely needs to stop. The unleashed pets also needs to stop, man. The shitting on trail needs to stop in the middle of the trail, man. This all needs to come to a screeching halt, man. It's just, it's got
out
to
of
stop.
control.
It's completely out of control.
Please remember, if you brought it in with you, take it out with you. It's that easy.
It is, man. I mean, you carried it in. Might as well just carry it back out. I mean, it carried in like this, a candy bar. It's gonna be like this when you carry it back out, man. It's gonna be even lighter.
That's right.
It doesn't belong in a fire ring. I saw Unicoi Steve the other day posted something. He was in the woods, man. And there was a smart bottle and a bunch of trash left in the fire ring, man. And you know, that's exactly the attitude that people are putting out, that people are carrying this attitude like that they don't give a shit, or they think some dude's gonna come along and just pick this stuff up, man, pick up behind them. They're trashing our trail, man. They're stealing that magic. You know what I mean, dude? The trail is a magical place to me, and that magic is being stolen by people that don't give a shit. I'm not cool with it, and I hope no one else is that I know, man. I hope you guys are at least spreading the news, man. Please, please, man. It's so important. It's so important to keep our trail healthy. Anyways, that's enough. All right, so Jordan did pick up those tuna packages, man, and got them off the mountain. If you see people doing that stuff, man, please speak up. If you see them in rooms talking about wanting to do trail magic, please be that person that, you know, speaks up. Even though you don't want to be a gatekeeper, because it's not even gatekeeping. It's just giving good information and being a steward.
That's right.
We are stewards of this trail, all of us, man. We need to do our best to keep it safe and passable.
The right comment or information may not always be the popular one because it goes
never
against
is.
what everybody else is doing. But if it's right, there's nothing wrong with it.
There's always those hecklers or people that tell you to F off or whatever, man. I get it all the time in those rooms. That's why I don't go in there, man. I'm trying to do something bigger than those rooms, man. You know, my thing is I don't give a shit what people think of me, man. I mean, I do to a certain extent, but my thing is this needs to be said, or this trail is just going to be out. It's already out of control, but it's just going to get worse, and it's not even going to be fun anymore. It's the fun, all that magic's going to be stolen. It already is, man. Anyways, let's end it here, guys. I hope everyone has a great day. If anyone needs anything at all, give us a jingle. One love, peace.